welcome to my lair. This is where I spend a lot of my time when I'm not out there doing photos. So my name's Ben. You guys probably know by now. Some people call me Abject. I like that name too. Either one works. But I am a graphic designer and a commercial photographer. And about a year ago, I set off on an adventure to create exactly 52 episodes. It just happens to be episode 52. And the reason why that's special to me is that near the start of this whole thing, I really wanted to create 52 episodes because that meant I would have one episode per week for a year. And this is it. This is the 52nd episode. We're not done. We're gonna keep creating more, but that was just kind of an interesting milestone that I wanted so bad. But for this video, I have something else kind of in store. So you heard me say I was a creative director. I work with a lot of high-tech companies, and what's more high-tech right now than AI, artificial intelligence? So I've got a plan. We're going to pit us against it. And this is how we're gonna do it. All right, and here we are in Akron for our challenge. This is the battleground for man versus AI. Now, there's a reason why I did choose Akron and not our home base of Cleveland. I am hoping that Akron has a smaller data footprint within the AI models. And for those of you who may not know how AI works, they build these massive models based on all of this ingested data using something called machine learning. And it probably stands to reason that areas, topics, places, people who have more data about them have a larger footprint within the model. So a major city like Cleveland would have more photos taken, more articles written, just a lot more information for the AI to use in generating AI-generated images. So I'm hoping that Akron has just a little bit less of that data footprint. And I'm hoping that specifically because, I want AI to have to work for this. And that brings me to my next rule, and that is we want AI to be as responsible for as much as AI can do in this challenge. We want it to do everything it possibly can on its side of the playing field, and so I have a plan to make that happen. And that goes like this. We will take the photos that we take today, and we will upload them to Microsoft's Copilot, which runs on ChatGPT. So basically, we will be uploading files to ChatGPT and then asking ChatGPT to describe those photos back to us. And we'll end up with a description that looks like this. And then we will take this description, we'll copy it, and we will paste it into another AI tool called MidJourney. And if you're not familiar with MidJourney, MidJourney is an industry-leading AI generating tool that uses a text prompt to generate the images that you're looking for. So we will take that description, paste it into the text prompt, and then MidJourney should then give us an image based on that text prompt. And that will complete the full circle of AI photo. Now, in order to make things as fair as possible, I will be adding a few little bits of detail to the prompt used to generate these images. And here it is on screen now. You can see over here, we've got some stuff that talks about the focal length of the lens. In this case, it will be the 35mm. We've got the aperture, which will probably be sort of 1.8-ish to maybe 4 at the most. And then the next thing is you'll see something there that says AR 3:2. That is just the aspect ratio. So most modern full-frame cameras have an aspect ratio of 3:2 or 2:3. It just depends on if you're taking a photo in landscape or portrait mode. And we're just doing that so that way when we do a side-by-side comparison, they'll just basically be the same shape on screen. And then that brings us to the last thing. Over here on this side, we will have the image that I take. And over here on the right side, we will have the image that AI has created. So, with all those rules set, let's go ahead and start taking some pictures. All right, let's go ahead and start here. This should be kind of an easy photo for AI to at least attempt. We've taken this photo before, just this big, massive brick structure here with this blank wall. Let's see what we can get out of this thing. Just a big, big building. So let's see here. Here's our photo. And then here's AI on the right. I have no idea what it looks like at the moment. So we'll just have to wait and see it together. Really kind of like the steam coming off there. Should be a better picture here. Always, just as soon as I always sit down. All right, and here we are on our next location. Kind of similar, another brick building, but it's got really, really harsh lighting on it. So let's see what we can do with this. Again, big blue sky. This is a fairly simple photo. Let's see if AI can keep up with this. I do like it. I like the big graphic nature of the photo. So let's see what happens next. All right, here we are, and this is literally the kind of thing that I just honestly sort of love. It's old. It's kind of run down. It's a shape. The shadows are amazing. The winter sunlight is absolutely incredible right now. So let's see how we do here. I feel like this. Oh yeah, I want to get a picture of this over here real quick. Look at these shapes. Both in sun and out of sun and just... Woo. All right, AI, your turn. Oh yeah, there's something going on here. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get right here. There it is. Kind of a cool collection of shapes. building is looking a little more interesting. Cool. You know, actually, let's see what they can do with that. All right, here we go. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. What can it do with this? So do you think it'll recognize that that is a silhouette of a tree? I mean, that's kind of a complicated concept. I mean, it doesn't even make for a good photograph, but maybe AI will have a solution for it. Pretty cool. I got this grid pattern going on up here. All right, I see this like little patch of light here, and this might be kind of a cool place to mess around with the fact that we have macro capabilities here. All right, AI, your turn, buddy. All right, now we have the 85 millimeter, f1.2. Let's use this guy for a few minutes here. Whew. That's a strange photo. See this door down here and all this like light. Let's see if we can get that real quick. A revolving door. See this revolving door over here, just reflecting all of this light. Let's see if we can get something here. Feels like summer. Well, it doesn't feel like summer, but the photo looked like summer. Big difference. Big difference between feeling and looking. Look at this. This is pretty cool. All right, so this over here says square. Let's see. Oh, I like that light a lot. Here we go. There's two really good photos for AI to struggle with. I don't know if I can get. I want to get something that's got a little text on it. Let's see. Again, not a great photo, but this might be an opportunity for the AI to catch up. The light just looks so nice here. Let's get another one. This is interesting, this old steam engine with a little bit of light on it. Let's take a picture and see if AI, oh, hold on. What's this nonsense? This is weird. just get some like just some detail shots of the rust or something. Oh man, I just had a flashback to when I started doing photographs, and I used to do a lot of that kind of stuff, just up close of shapes and things. And what about this guy? Can we get this? Huh, we'll see. What can be done with it, eh? Got the side light here on this structure. You know, some of my own photos are kind of abstract, you know, especially when they're just shapes like that. So it'll be interesting to see. All right, well, it'll be interesting to see what AI does with it. But look at this tiny locomotive. Will AI have any clue what this thing is? All right, we will see. Either AI is about to, right here, you guys can see it on screen already, but either it just blew our mind or we're laughing. So there's like a little shape of Ohio with the American flags. Let's see how well AI is capable of dealing with that. Oh, I wish I could have got that guy coming down the steps. I wonder if anybody's gonna go up the steps? That would be just awesome. I don't see anybody coming up or down. But we'll get this picture because that's a cool picture. Oh my God. I am blind. That sun is bright. We could. Oh, this is interesting. This metal structure here, it is just let me line that up better. Here we go. This is a great test of its ability to recognize text. couple things I should mention now that we've got this little comparison up. One, when you input a prompt into MidJourney and you ask it to generate an image, it actually generates 4. And then it relies on you to pick the one you think is best. That's a little too much of a subjective process that I don't want to do. So instead, we will always, out of the 4 images, we will always be picking number 1, whatever it is, for better or worse. So there is that. And then there was something else and I forgot it. So don't worry about it. If it comes back to me, I'll tell you. Otherwise, not important. Oh, actually, I just remembered it. What I will do is I will edit the photos before I upload them to ChatGPT to describe them. That way it's describing what we see on screen versus what comes out of the camera. All right, let's do another shallow depth of field test here. Yeah, it doesn't get much more shallow than 1.2. Hey squirrels, you gonna get your photo or you're gonna run away? Why do you feel the need to run away, dog? Squirrel? Whatever you are, bro? Oh, somebody imprinted a leaf. There we go. Beautiful light. The Death Star building here. Describe that. Interaction here with shadows on this side. That's pretty. 3D extrusion. Well, it is, but I'm in 3D as in a program. All right. I always love those like last minutes of sunset photos where everything is in shadow except for like this one corner or this one edge of something. This thing, good Lord. I wouldn't even know how to describe that photo to somebody, let alone what AI might be able to do. It just looks dangerous. And just dangerous. You know, we've tried, or I've attempted today to give the AI a chance to chew on some easy photos and a chance to tackle some harder ones. I have no idea at this point what the outcome will be. Cool photo. Let's cross the street real quick. All right, let's see here. All right, guys. As we come to an end here, I just wanted to say thank you again for hanging out with me. Like I said, we've been doing this for 52 episodes, one episode almost per week. That was my goal. That was kind of the initial goal that I set for myself. We've got many, many more coming. I have no intentions of stopping. And I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. Since then, we're past 500 subscribers. That's amazing to me. As I said before, I do have something special that I'm going to do for that. You'll have to wait and see what that is. I'm trying to put it together now, but it should be kind of cool. And I'm hopefully a little different than something you've seen before. And as for the AI versus man challenge today, you tell me. You know, you guys can be honest with me. You can be brutal. Do the real images beat the AI generated images? Or have we gotten to a point where AI just kind of knows what's best? And Future Ben here, I am sorry to interrupt the programming, but before Past Ben wraps things up, there's a few things I want to share my thoughts on now that I've seen the results. The first thing is, do I think AI is going to take over the entire art industry, all the artist jobs, photographers, painters, conceptual artists, musicians, whatever it is? No. AI is a tool, and when it's used in the hands of somebody who knows how to use the tool, it's very powerful. The same way that Photoshop disrupted the entire industry when it came around, the same way photography itself, I'm talking the original photography, film. Can you imagine what the first painter thought when he saw photos? He was probably like, I'm done. But here we are, centuries later, and there's more painters now than ever, and photography is thriving. And I do believe, at least now, that AI will just be a whole nother sort of color on the palette of artistry. The other thing that I noticed, and specifically to the photos that we took, is that AI did a frighteningly good job of sort of replicating some of the photos. And I mean like the composition and the content. And you have to consider, I didn't upload the photos to just some sort of AI remixing software. We used ChatGPT to write a description based on what it saw, and then we used another AI generator to actually create the image based on that description. And that's pretty cool considering how some of these photos came out looking fairly close to the source material. There were some places where AI definitely lost. The first thing is my style. You know, like I use a very specific color palette when I edit my photos. ChatGPT didn't pick it up, and MidJourney didn't recreate it, I don't think, in any of the photos. Some of the compositions, yes, but the color palette and my super minimalistic style, quite often it missed that altogether. And when it did sort of nail it, I did notice that the description used words like minimalism. And in those cases, I ended up with what I would call sort of the architectural definition of minimalism. So I ended up with like buildings that would be like designated as minimalistic architectural styles versus just sort of the general minimalistic style that I tend to employ. And that's because that's kind of how I work as a designer. But anyway, that's just something I noticed. And then there were places where AI kind of beat me. And that is, AI sort of works kind of in this beautiful sandbox, and it always gets to strive for perfection. Even when you specify to make something imperfect in AI's eyes, it's still going to try to perfect those imperfections. It's trying to give you results that you'll be really, really, really happy with. And I know that sounds weird, but that just kind of means that it's working in the best case scenario in terms of what it's generating, even when you're telling it to give it imperfections. So windows are always clean. Even when you say that they're dirty, they're sort of dirty in like a cinematic sort of clean way. I don't know how else to put it, but just everything always looks like it's been put together by, you know, like a set designer almost. And then of course, AI doesn't miss the shot. Like the squirrel photo that we took there near the end of the video, that's a great example because I couldn't get near the squirrel photo. It's a terrible photo. I would never really share that on Instagram or anything like that. You know, just everything about that photo is just sort of eh. But, you know, once AI gets its hands on it, it's like, don't even worry about it. We'll get you exactly what you're looking for. And it is, it's like the AI's version is a perfect squirrel sitting on a fence, and it looks like it's even snowing a little bit in the background. You know, you have these little out of focus particulate matter in the air, and you're just like, yeah, that looks good, AI. You win that one. So my final takeaways are, if you have a really, really strong style, I think you're safe. Doesn't matter what art genre you're in, I think you're safe. A lot of AI looks the same, and that's because it's a huge average, right? It's just a huge average of data. And you know, it's gonna find kind of the common denominators and spit that out and give you those results. That's why right now, all AI kind of looks alike. Even though it's looking better and better every day, it's also looking more and more alike every day. And maybe they will address that in the future by adding in some sort of like, you know, random chaos setting, I don't know. But right now, if you have a really, really, really strong style, you are safe. AI can't touch you. Even if your photos aren't technically as beautiful or in the best possible conditions that AI is, of course, able to work in, you will still stand out, and that'll make you more valuable than AI. All right, that's all the thoughts I have. Let's send it back to In the Street Ben. Whee! I think we've given it a good run for its money in terms of difficulty level today, from easy to hard. At least that's what I suspect. Maybe it totally, maybe it's no problem anymore. Maybe the Terminator is here, Skynet is active, and it's only a matter of time. Or, I suspect, again, without having seen any of these images, I suspect AI still has a long way to go before it takes over anybody's photography business. Now, I'm not saying that AI won't impact the art industry. It already has. I am a graphic designer and a photographer. I used AI for projects. I have been asked by clients specifically to use AI for projects. And I've enjoyed it. I'm not afraid of it. I think it's a tool like anything else. And one of the things that I will mention is an analogy I thought of early on, like maybe a couple years ago when AI was just starting to take off. Everybody was worried and they thought it was going to take over all of their jobs. And I just said to them, imagine what the first landscape painter must have thought when somebody handed him a photo of the mountain he was currently painting. He probably thought it was over, completely over for him. Here we are, hundreds of years after the invention of photography, and there's more photographers than ever, and there's more painters now than ever in history. So will AI replace photography? Will it replace painting? Will it replace drawing, music, the arts, all that stuff? No. It will instead become another artistic tool on a much more broader artistic palette, and there will be artists who dedicate their time and their effort to perfecting the craft, just as we've done throughout history with all new art forms that we discover or uncover. So my feeling is right now, and who knows, I might eat these words in 5 to 10 years. We shall see. I can't wait for somebody to post a post on x.com, formerly Twitter, with a link to this video that just says, boy, this didn't age well. But I am hoping that the trajectory is a little more like I'm describing, and that it doesn't turn into the apocalypse. But in the meantime, I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. Hopefully this was fun. If you kind of like these weird challenges or sort of the shorter video format, let me know. I'm always happy to try new things. And if you like this AI challenge, let me know, because we can go to other places. We can take this to New York. We can do man versus AI in any number of cities, any number of locations, city, nature, whatever. You guys let me know. I'm here for you. So thank you so much for supporting me. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you would, comment. It is desired, but never required. And for the most part, remember to keep your feet in the street, and peace.